Let's talk about the flow of data. In PHP, we're all familiar with the browser web server connectivity, and we know that we can log into applications, we can check our webmail, we can submit credit card information, we can have the computer remember us when we log back into a system, things like that. That disconnected environment needs to have some kind of scripting language or programming language that's going to allow us to remember certain details about the client and store it somewhere on the server, whether it's in a database server or inside the web server itself. And PHP can provide that connectivity. Now, besides that connectivity, we're going to be able to create dynamic pages, not just static HTML, static SWF flash files, or static audio and video. We can actually generate things like PDFs, SWF, all different types on the fly here on a fast enough server, and then dynamically present that to the client here. So the user is just really looking at a presentation. They're looking at the outcome, the text or media files that are passed back to the browser or application are going to be rendered out here. You need to run Flash. Well, the Flash is going to be run here. And it's exciting that PHP can really do some wonderful things. Like I said, Flash generation is something that's very, very important. Web services are something that's very, very important. And because we have a scripting language, a programming language here on our web server, things are going to be handled much differently than just static ways of doing it. You can have a presentation server. These are similar to web servers. They present web pages or Flash files, for example, to you that are stored or created that uses either the Java programming language and platform or the Microsoft .NET programming platform. These are just advanced ways to create web applications similar to normal web servers, but in a more advanced way. PHP can communicate with these servers similar to database servers or other web servers. It could be Flex from Macromedia, Laszlo. It could be all different types of presentation servers that take the load off of the web server to create files and interactivity and rich internet applications and present things very, very nicely. It just is different software that controls these things. And you can have multiple web servers set up to mirror things and work with different users all around the world. It's really fantastic. You can't forget about database connectivity, and PHP allows that database connectivity. You're actually communicating between the database server and the PHP web server that you have here. The PHP is going to grab data or send data or what have you, and what it's going to do is create things here in a presentation on the web server and then send that to the client. So you can have your web services flow through, your database connectivity flow through, the two together can talk and then communicate with the PHP to bring data to the client. It's really, really a wonderful process. So from this, you can understand that everything's going back and forth continuously. Many, many users are logging in all the time, and things are getting refreshed and updated daily or hourly or what have you. And PHP is really there to pull the glue together to make things happen in a very dynamic way. So I hope this movie has helped you to understand more about what PHP is and what PHP can do.